Welcome back to the latest episode of the Key and Mang Audio Experience. I'm your host, Mang. As always, my fellow co-host, Key. Key, what's goody?
What's up?
We're coming at you live from Key's Cafe.
Cafe in Miami. I like this background.
Huh?
I like this background.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I like being able to see both at the same level and not have to have this rectangle up top, rectangle up bottom.
Really does look like we're having a coffee chat.
Yeah, I think it's better for like the viewing audience too. Like if you're on YouTube watching this, I think it's better than having just look at one screen, one person, one head, and then when the next person talks, seeing the other head. I think it's just, you can see everything all at one time.
Speaking of, I agree, but speaking of coffee chat, has anybody code DM'd you and be like, oh, let's have a virtual coffee chat and get to know each other?
No, no.
I had like three girls, like business coaches that were women, do that. And I'm like, no, virtual coffee chat is insane.
Like during the pandemic, that's what people were doing.
Yeah, but we ain't in the pandemic no more. Like, just tell me
Uh,
what you want. Just sell me. But today we are talking about my Get Rid of Your Knee Pain program. So back in I think last month or so, previous episode, I talked about how I released a Get Rid of Your Knee Pain program, and I promised that I'll share how it went. So I released it in Black Friday, and it's doing pretty well. I've been promoting it a little bit more now since I changed my marketing focus to be like more knee pain um biased, I guess. And what changes I made since then is since posting a lot of knee pain stuff, I've been getting more men asking about the knee pain program. And when I first created it, it was under my Lifting for Women program domain. And I didn't feel comfortable sending the link to men and it said Lifting for Women on it. So I just got www.getridofyourkneepain.com. So if you guys are interested, go there. But I bought that domain, set it up, and then within the last month, I had two more people buy it. So I think I'm at like seven or eight people. And what I realized after creating this course and what I learned is people you have to detach from whether or not people complete your course or complete your program because sometimes people buy for different reasons. I know I've bought courses before that I did not go through. So if that person who created the course is looking at the completion rates, they'll see that I bought it, but I didn't take any action. And that's completely on me. And I was getting pretty frustrated with people who invested in the program but didn't complete it or even attempt to go through it. But I had to really take a step back and think like, hey, you do the same thing for different reasons. When you buy a program, it makes you feel productive, but you haven't really taken any action. You just get that like initial like hit of dopamine, like, oh, I did something good, but you didn't really follow through. So I kind of had to detach from that. And then I had a couple of people go through it, and two of them became clients of mine, which was good. And then now, at this point, I am just working on one, adding additional educational content to there based on questions that people ask me. So inside the course, there's sections on like cortisone injections, gel shots, different surgical procedures, and like the rehab process for them. Because based on just what the course is called, Get Rid of Your Knee Pain, people may have different diagnoses or had different surgical procedures, but really, when it comes down to the rehab process, yes, there's specific precautions that may be in place. But the further out you are from your injury or your surgery, your the principles you follow are always going to be the same. You want to make sure you have full range of motion, and then really attack the deficits that you have in the areas that support your knee, and then also just around your entire lower body. So that is completely reiterated throughout the whole course. But as people ask questions, I do want to just make my life easier and put them in there so that when somebody else invests in the program, like pretty much everything is there. They don't come to me with questions. So that's what I've been doing with my time since the first launch of it, just trying to edit it as time goes on so that it becomes better and better with each purchase. And then get feedback from the people who do go through it.
Yeah, I remember when you first like offered a course. I think you mentioned this in the episode that we did. You were like, you put all the time in and no one bought the course. And now to have create a course the second time and have seven people, eight people get it. I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's cool to see. What do you think, in terms of the people that you mentioned who don't really who haven't really interacted with it. Maybe it's because like you said, the dopamine hit, and like feeling like you're going towards something but not having completed it. What do you feel like is the biggest thing holding them back from clicking start on this program specifically?
I think it may feel overwhelming. I think looking at all the modules and the information that's in there, it's overwhelming. Um, and I think if you have to put all of that information together, somebody may not like that's probably not something they really are interested in. So maybe they bought it to just learn more about knee pain, and not necessarily thought that they would be able to use it and create like a knee pain program. I'm not really sure why they didn't do it, but I would think the main reason is just overwhelming. Like say you invest in a course that is about like say something in finances, like something that a financial planner would offer, and then you have to go through it yourself. You're likely gonna go through the information and kind of get stuck at some point on what you should do next or have specific questions. And I think that um the whole part about being in a unfamiliar situation or dealing with knowledge or information that you're not really well versed in, I think that can make you feel discouraged or just overwhelmed that you need additional support, which is kind of the point of the course.
So is that what would you say to them, the people that are that if let's say it is overwhelmed, what would you say to the people to be less overwhelmed when they get into the course? What do they need to do?
Ask questions. Like there's a, seriously, go through the videos, ask questions. There's places to make comments, and then when you make comments, I can go in there and respond, and then that'll also help people who are going to be watching the videos after you. So I think asking questions and then trying to take it like one step at a time because I break it up into phases. Um, and some people may need to dedicate more time to specific phases. Like I broke it up into like mobility and range of motion, and then strength and like additional things outside of directly your knee. So like core strength, calf strength, hip strength, things like that. So if you go section by section, I think that'll make it less overwhelming in asking questions.
I like it. I like it. Don't just be the one to buy a course and not go through it. I
Don't
am
be like,
I am guilty of this as well, but I am overcoming. I'm going through the courses that I bought right now and going through them one by one. So I am trying to be better at this. But don't follow that trend because it can be overwhelming then if you have a bunch of things that you bought and you haven't done anything with it and you trying to make sure you feel like you didn't waste your money or anything. So you bought it for a reason. Use it, improve it, use it to give feedback, ask questions, improve it for the person, improve it for Key. Get rid of your kneepain.com. And if you got knee pain and struggling with it, and on that note, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.